Hey everybody, it's Jason from the Texas Gun Vault 2, and I'm out here in the garage kind of getting set up to record the garage portion of a product review on this Nightwing SPO 320 red dot sight that was sent to me, and I have to say, I'm actually pretty darn impressed with it. This thing performed really well, held zero, stays on the gun well, seems to be durable and rugged, so this is going to be another one of those reviews that I really didn't know what to expect, and surprisingly, one of the budget options was pretty nice. But I got to film all that stuff and actually go in and put some like title cards and some of the segments of the shooting portions in the product review to kind of say what I'm doing in each segment. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about something that I alluded to in yesterday's video, where I wanted to talk about something that I'm noticing as a content creator. And so I'm kind of wanting to ask other content creators who may watch my channel if they've noticed something, but also share with you what I think is happening behind the scenes and how either local law enforcement or federal law enforcement is trying to get firearms content creators in trouble. And I think it might be sting operations, okay? Because I notice over time things happen in patterns in the firearms world. Like I can see like when there's certain trends on YouTube, certain things that either get promoted or downgraded, or if certain content becomes kind of verboten, you have like for a while it was like you couldn't screw on a suppressor, and you start to kind of notice it with some channels and not others, and then you're able to kind of piece things together and you figure out what's going on. Pattern recognition and extrapolating that data, and of course trying to come to a conclusion of what that could possibly mean. And of course, just because you see a pattern doesn't mean it correlates to actually something else. Sometimes it's just a coincidence. But throughout my time as a content creator on various platforms, I mainly do YouTube and of course Rumble, but also I do post stuff to Instagram, I do post stuff to Facebook. Eventually, it comes in waves. I get these comments, and as I said, if you're a content creator, tell me if you get this stuff as well. I'll get like a comment on a range report. Let's just say it's on a I don't know. It doesn't even have to be a firearm that I personally own. It could be one that was lent to the channel. Let's just say I did a range report on a Walther PDP like this. I'll get a comment from somebody that will say, how much? That's the comment. And so I'm assuming they're asking the question, how much are one of those? And I'll respond to that comment and go, well, based off of what your local gun shop, kind of what the prices are right now, if you go down to your local gun shop, you can probably pick one up for about this price, or go to the auction sites, which I don't list in the comment section or in the description because YouTube doesn't like that. But I'll say go to a typical auction site. I'll word it that way, and you can find out about this value. And if you buy it there, they can have them shipped to your local FFL. Blah blah blah. And then they'll respond and go, no, how much for yours? I'm like, well, no, it's not for sale, right? I am not an FFL. I'm not an SOT. I'm like, it's not for sale, and I don't do that. I don't. And anyway, if it is one of my guns, it never leaves my collection. Well, once in a while it does if I want something better or different, but very, 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 very rare. I can't even think the last time I let a gun go. But they'll ask, and then I'll be like, it's not for sale, and then they'll offer some like obscene amount of money for it. Like for example, if it's a $1,000 gun, they'll say, I'll pay you $3,000 for it. Just ship it to me. I'm like, no. And I'm like, even if you paid me, I'm only going to ship it to an FFL. I'm going to follow the law. And they're like, no. I just ship it straight to me. I've had people from other countries ask if I would send them things. I have people all the time. And like I said, it comes in waves. And usually it's from somebody that has, if they're on YouTube, they have like no like other like visible subscriptions, or if they're on Instagram, they have like no followers and no posts, that kind of stuff. And I think I know what this is. I think it is law enforcement trying to do just like kind of throwing the net and casting the net out at all these content creators to see if they can get some of them to accept what I assume is a bribe or a deal that's too good to be true. They're like, wait, I can sell this gun that's $1,000 for $3,000? I just got to break the law? Sure. No. All because content creators like myself, who are very libertarian, I advocate for changing our laws, but I think we should do it the right way. We should do it through the courts, and we should do it through the legislation, or legislators, and legislation passed through either states and Congress and all that kind of stuff. That's what we need to be doing. And until we get those laws changed, we have to follow the law. It's imperative that we as gun owners do that, because if we start to break the law, do things that make us look bad, it's just going to be used against us. And I know there's always going to be those people out there that are going to be like, that means you're a cuck, you're a bootlicker. All because I say, hey, if I'm going to, sell somebody a gun across state lines, well, I'm going to do it the legal way, right? I'm going to have my FFL ship it to their FFL, right? Therefore, everything is documented, everything's done the right way. That's the way it should be done, right? Do I think that we should be able to do it other ways? Yes, but I'm not going to do that until the law is changed. And we should fight for those changes in the law. But what I think is happening, as I said, it comes in waves. For example, the last 4 days, I've probably had 5 or 6 people from Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube comments, or people that will email me asking me that question. And usually it's worded very similar between each one. And then it goes away. It's weird. You would think if this is a problem with people that are just uneducated of how the firearms world works, it would happen at regular intervals. Okay, you get one a week or whatever, so then you have to educate them and go, no, it doesn't work this way. If you want, like, for example, this Walther PDP or something, go down to your local gun shop, and I guarantee you they can order it for you. And I'll tell them that. I educate them. The process is simple, depending on your state. You go in there, just fill out the paperwork, do it the right way, have the right documentation, and you can get it yourself, right? And probably shop around and get a good deal on it, right? And do it the right way, and then there's no problem whatsoever. But it comes in these big waves, and I swear, I think it is the feds or it's local law enforcement trying to get content creators to incriminate themselves. And whenever I get these emails, if I ever get these messages, I am very, very clear about it. And I make sure that if they pursue this any further, it's obvious that it was entrapment. And of course, I would not break the law. I believe in following the law until we get the laws changed, and I think we should fight hard to get those laws changed. But I'm just letting you guys know, if you're not a content creator, what I'm noticing, and I'm just curious if this is going to ensnare any possible content creators, people that are smaller or whatever, because obviously the big channels aren't going to fall for it. But maybe you'll get some of these newcomers to the firearms, world that will fall for it because they're like, wait, you're willing to buy this for, way more than what it's worth? Obviously if something is too good to be true, it is, but also don't break the law. And they're going to use that against the firearms community and be able to go to YouTube and say, see, they're doing this illegally, and then shut us all down. But I also want to put out the warning to other content creators that this is happening. And so if you get this type of information or these types of communications, don't respond, or if you do respond in an educational way. Go, no, that is illegal, and I don't do that. And if you want to, for example, find one of these firearms for sale, go to your local gun shop, go to Gun Broker, where they ship to your local gun shop, do it the legal and right way, and so forth, and don't be tricked into it. And as I said, I think it's a concerted effort. I really do. And then in the next couple weeks, I won't have any of those type of messages for literally a year. And then all of a sudden, I'll get a whole bunch at the same time. And if you're a content creator, please tell me, do you guys ever get this type of stuff? And is it obviously very sketchy? As I said, I can immediately tell it's entrapment. Immediately tell, because it escalates too quick in what they're asking for, and it almost comes from a position of ignorance, if that makes any sense, where they kind of act like they don't know what the law is and that kind of thing. And they're always worded very similar. If they go, how much? I can't tell you how many people ask that question. How much? When they're obviously trying to get this information or see if you'll do something like this for them. Like, why do you ask the question the same way every single time, right? I mean, come on. If you're going to do undercover stings, I mean, be a little bit smarter than that. But anyway, I just wanted to know and share this with you about what's going on. And as I said, please tell me, if you're a content creator, what you're noticing. And do you notice that it comes in waves? So it's probably, honestly, the administration trying to go after content creators, trying to shut us down, trying to ensnare somebody so they can go and have a public thing where they say, see what this person did and how they're causing this problem, and we stopped them, and we need to shut this down. We need to make sure Rumble and YouTube and Instagram and Facebook, they don't allow anything Second Amendment. That's what I think's happening. So I'm just kind of putting out the old alarm, and I want to get your input. So that's all I wanted to talk about today. Tell me your thoughts, and I just want to be clear in this video. When it comes to any of this stuff, it's important that we follow the law. I know I'm always going to have the people on my channel, especially the ones that comment on the Matt Hoover videos and stuff like that are going to call me the names, the cuck, the bootlicker, the tyrant, I get accused that I'm a Fed all the time. Fed, he's a Fed. Whatever. But these people are always going to say, well, if you're not openly defying the law and breaking the law, you're one of these people and you're the problem. But my thing is, you're not going to win in the court of public opinion if we don't do things the right way. We should be fighting like hell to get the laws changed. We should be fighting like hell in the courts to get the laws changed and getting these things ruled unconstitutional. But until we do these things the right way, you have to follow the law, because it will be used against not only you, your family, but also the gun community as a whole if you get caught and you're, doing something wrong. Right? Just like this guy in, last month in Arkansas. That guy that was I guess he was selling guns at a gun show and, obviously buying a whole bunch of the same model and then selling them later and that kind of stuff. And look what happened to him, right? And we can all look at it. We can all get mad and say, oh, the ATF overstepped the bounds. They shouldn't have killed the guy. Well, I agree. They should have done it completely different. But he brought the attention on himself, and he makes the gun community look really, really bad. He makes me look bad. He makes you look bad. And I just want to put the word out that we should all be making each other look good. We should have a united front in fighting these laws to get them changed, but the united front should also be civil and educate people and still follow the law until, they're changed. That's it. That's the only option that we have. And that's how our society works. You don't have to like it, but that's the same thing with anything in our society, right? Any law you want changed. It doesn't have to deal with the Second Amendment. It could be anything. That's how we do it in our society. And that's how a civil society, an educated society, a responsible society does it. And that's how we be good citizens. So there you go. That's all I want to talk about. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And if you watch to the end of this video, the word of the day will be sting. Sting is the word of the day because I think these is like a sting operation by law enforcement. But you tell me if you think I'm right or wrong, and if you're a content creator, tell me what your experience is. So I'm putting out the warning to everybody, but also educating you. So let me know in the comment section below. And as always, thanks for watching.